Hi guys, I hope you all are doing well and you're staying safe during this time. I just want to say that the Black Lives Matter movement is still going on and I'm not straying away from it, but I am going to put this link down in the description for places to sign petitions and places to donate, so go check it out. I hope this video can be a way for you to de-stress, but yeah, enjoy the video. So first things first, I'm using the iPad 7th generation with a Apple Pencil. Honestly, if you have any tablet and a stylus, it'll just work as well. And I'm using the Sketchbook app on the iPad. It looks like this. So you want to have it open up to this gallery view, and then you're going to go on Google and search up Lil Uzi Vert versus the World album cover. You can use the newest album or the older one and just save a high quality photo to your camera roll. So once you have the photo saved, you're going to press that plus button at the bottom of the page and click on the album cover in your camera roll. So next you're going to click the plus button on the side and you're going to add a layer onto the photo and make sure the blank layer is on top of the album cover photo already. There are a bunch of different tools on the side, so I'm just using the fountain pen and I'm putting the opacity at 100% and the size of the brush to 8. And I'm just going to zoom in and outline the general face of the cover. So make sure you are drawing on the blank layer, and I'm just outlining all of the basic features and customizing the hair and things like that. So now I'm going ahead and pulling out my reference picture to start on the hair. This is kind of the harder part because you have to do this on your own with no template, so just try your best. I also like to sometimes hide the original album cover layer just to make sure I like what I'm doing on the new layer. A tool that I like but it's not on the side is the hard eraser, just because it erases everything. It's not a certain texture. So once I have the main portion done, I'm going to go ahead and outline the girl on the top. This is also another chance to get creative with the clothes she's wearing, but the person I was making this for didn't really care, so I just kept her old clothes. And for little details that you don't want to make too harsh, I just like putting the opacity down with the fountain pen and just continue outlining. So once I had everything pretty much outlined, I went back with the hard eraser just to erase little mistakes that were on the sketch. Here I'm adding some more detail, so I'm adding a little curl pattern to the hair. I definitely recommend adding more details onto the hair just so it doesn't look so plain. So here I'm just making it more personalized by adding an earring. You can honestly do whatever you want to make it your own. So once I had what I liked for the outline, I went ahead and made another layer and put it under the outline, and I started coloring in the skin. So what I'm doing is making a little outline with the skin, and I'm going to use the fill button at the top of the page to just fill in the entire section. So once I finished with the skin, I went ahead and added another layer, put it under the skin layer, and I decided to keep coloring in with the eyes. So this is just the process of how I'm coloring in everything. I'm adding different layers so that it makes it easier to fill outside of the lines. Now I'm coloring the sides of the head to give that fade look with the hair. So I used one of the brushes to get the fade effect of the hair, but I ended up not liking it, but this is a way you can do it if you do like it like this. So I went ahead and made another layer, and I'm finding a color that is basically a dark gray, not black, because I still want to be able to see the details of the hair, and I'm just coloring in the rest of the hair. So once I did the top of the hair, I decided I didn't like the fade, so that's when I went ahead and redid it. I just colored it back in with the skin tone. So I just turned the opacity down a little with the same fountain brush, and I just colored in the area just to go ahead and make the fade effect. I used this, and I also used the smudge tool just to make it blend. So basically I used the same techniques I did with layers and coloring with the girl on the top. I'm not using too much footage that I shot here because the lighting is super bad and you can just see my face in the glare. I also went in with the airbrush effect with a low opacity just to create the shadow that is seen in the album cover. Okay, yay, I'm back inside and I can see what I'm doing, so I just went ahead with an eraser just to erase the little airbrushes that were on the page, and I just went in with the finishing touches. So I went to Google and I searched up Galaxy and I saved it and I imported it as a layer under all the other layers. So once I imported the background, you can kind of see where I messed up, so I just went back and perfected everything, filled everything in, and erased any extra marks. So once I looked at it again, I decided that I couldn't really see the earring, so I changed out the background to a different galaxy, and I also just went in with the fountain pen again. And here I'm just outlining the earring again and just making the marks that I made bigger so you can see them more. So once I finished it, it was pretty much done. All I did was added my signature because I was giving this to someone, and yeah, that's pretty much it. You just save it and you're good to go. So if any problems arise for you guys, or maybe you're just too lazy to make your own, I am offering to make you one for free with no extra charge if you donate $10 or more to a Black Lives Matter related organization. You can check my Instagram at EmilyXCN for more information about this offer. I mentioned a couple organizations you can donate to in my last Instagram post, but the link in the description will entail more organizations. All you have to do is DM me a picture of your receipt and I'll be happy to make you one.